DJ Styles, Mike D, live on Planet Z Live. Under the Radar is live now.
Planet Z Live and a young DJ Styles, they call me. It is Under the Radar this here Thursday night, the 31st week of the year of 2025. And for those in the time and temperature, 87 degrees here in Apex, 84 down around where Mike Daniel is living. Hello to you, Mike Daniel.
Did you just say it was the 31st?
31st week.
Oh.
Out of 52 weeks.
I was like, what?
31st week out of 52 weeks. August, the first day is the first day of August. My birthday is this month, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Birthday is this month. And excited about that. I'll be having festivities, ice cream and cake, stuff like that. Hard to believe I'll be 38 years old.
You're old, man.
Good gracious, 38. Where'd the time go? You know? Don't ever know. Michael, I got something exciting for you.
Tell me.
Something I saw on Facebook. You are into audio production. I saw this guy. I think he's a bishop at a church. He was at a women's conference, and he was instructing people how to use the microphone. I want you to hear this, Michael. It brought a tear to my eye.
It's all right if I give you a lesson real quick on how to handle the mic. I just want to help you so that you won't be disrupted in your sharing. This mic that I'm holding in my hand, this is the proper way to hold the mic.
Mm-hmm.
This little part down here is an antenna. When you cover it up like this, what happens is you cut out the signal. There's nothing wrong with the mic, it's how you handle the mic.
Amen.
And then
he's holding a wireless, right?
We like to do this. Even coupling the mic, see how it sounds different? It causes a little feedback, but if you hold it like this, can y'all hear me well? I know you get happy, you want to do it like this. Just hold it just like that. Your point will get across, we'll hear you very well. And just be cognizant, don't hold it in this area. This is an antenna. This is the handle of the mic.
Yes, it is.
Now give your bishop a hand.
That's awesome.
I thought it brought a tear to my eye. So this guy's my new hero.
I'm always having to tell people how to hold a microphone at church.
Yeah, people do not know. You know, I DJ weddings and stuff, and they want to give a toast. They'll hold the mic out about maybe 3 to 4 feet.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to hold it up. And then they get real close on it, real close, you know. Yeah. And then you want to know what the craziest thing is that happens every year at my school and any school you go to, probably any business meeting where you're in a bigger room. It's always the person who thinks they speak loud who doesn't need a microphone. Yeah, they're like, here's the mic. You know me, girl. I don't need a microphone. And like, no one can hear you already. Yes, you do.
Dude, I always see it where it's like when they have the microphone, it's like at their chest, and not at their mouth. And so I'm always telling them, you've got to bring it up. The diaphragm of that microphone has to be in proximity to your mouth. You can't have it down here. Yeah, because it won't pick anything up.
Yeah.
So
you'd be amazed at the number of people who number one can't set up a microphone stand. Number two, don't know how to use a microphone at all.
Exactly.
And I try to educate the best I can when I can. Thank you, amen. Amen.
That's right.
Thank you, amen. Michael, how you been, man? What's happening with you? What's new? What's popping? What's good?
I've been good, man. Got a new studio desk here. Got things going really good over here at the studio. So
got a new studio desk, and those are they can be pricey depending on when you get. It can be $85 and up, easy.
They ain't cheap, that's for sure.
Yeah, they can be pricey, man. Nice studio desk. You know what I realized
today? It was worth
today?
it, though.
You know what I realized today, Michael?
What'd you realize?
Deep thought while driving to Zaxby's.
You went to Zaxby's?
No.
Not Alpaca?
Nah, I didn't go to Alpaca today.
Okay.
Guess what? Deep thought. And I fully believe this. There's nothing more powerful in regular life, than having a doctor's note.
A doctor's note?
Yeah, because it can excuse you from anything. Doesn't matter.
That's true.
I mean,
I guess that's true.
You go to work like, I can't do whatever. Yeah, you have a doctor's note. That's like a superpower to have a doctor's note. Everything about a doctor's note.
That's true. It's
very true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doctor's note. Very special.
You got to say it like Kip.
Who's Kip? Oh, from
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
That's true.
I haven't watched it in a very long time. In a very long time. Well, Michael's hot out. We got Under the Radar tonight. Excited about our guest. And this person's actually good, ladies and gentlemen.
He sounds awesome.
Very good.
Very awesome.
Sometimes we get talent, sometimes we get time. Tonight we have talent and time together. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone's been good on our show so far.
Yeah.
And anything bad.
That's a good thing.
Let me introduce our guest, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe he goes by this name. I could be wrong. Frank Ballard. Frank Ballard. Frank is on the show. Frank, how you doing?
That would be incorrect, man.
Frank Ballard. Out of Houston, Texas.
You notice it, no one's saying anything.
I know.
Yeah.
Jared Cline, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Is it, you go by Jared Cline?
For the most part, Jared Michael Cline is my artist name.
When I was in prison, I had lots of different names.
When you were in prison?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I went by Frank Ballard and when I was in prison.
From Houston, Texas.
From Houston, Texas. And it was like my catchphrase. Guess what my catchphrase was in prison?
What was it?
I want Jared to guess.
Was it August 31st, 2025?
Nah, my catchphrase. I had a catchphrase. I would tell people. What do you think it could be? What do you think it could be? A guy like me. What do you think it's going to be?
It don't make me no never mind.
That is a good one. That wasn't my catchphrase. My catchphrase was, I'll cut you. Don't make me cut you.
That's
I'll
not a
cut
catchphrase
you.
either.
Oh, it is too. Say you won't mess with me, I'll cut you.
I don't think I'd be saying that in
I'll
prison,
cut
dude.
That's what you had to do. You had to be tough. Cut you. And that, my wife just said she agreed that was my catchphrase.
You had a wife in prison?
I had many wives in prison. Had many.
What was his name?
They would send me Valentine. If Valentine's Day, I'd be on a lot of people's Valentine.
How many times you dropped the soap there?
I use Old Spice. Old Spice is the only company I've ever known that put soap on a rope. You know any other companies trying to put soap on a rope? Old Spice has got the market cornered on soap on a rope.
Please tell me you don't get soap on a rope.
I'm just saying, Old Spice is the only people I've ever seen do it.
I'm pretty sure they
And what
don't
if I
have
did,
Old Spice
Michael?
in
What if I
prison.
did have soap on a rope?
They
What
better
if,
not.
Michael, what if I did have soap on a rope?
I don't know, man. I don't know many people who do.
No.
We would just say you
Rare.
haven't been conditioned.
You
after
could hang it
prison.
around, in the shower. You hang it around the special time to hang it around the handle in the shower, the soap. Guess what I saw yesterday, Michael's true story.
What?
I saw this true story. I saw a woman wearing a T-shirt, and it said "whatever it takes," and she was telling somebody that she couldn't do something.
Demotivational T-shirt.
True story. She said, "Yeah, sure." I said, "Whatever it takes." Something. Is attitude. I call them attitude shirts. Whatever it takes, and yet she was saying she couldn't do it. I thought, you need to turn that shirt inside out. Come on, sister. You know what I mean?
Turn it inside out. Turn that frown into a smile.
That's right. Jared Cline, where are you from, man?
I'm from Jacksonville, North Carolina.
That's a military town
It is.
down there. You ever run into any military folks and have to fight?
All the men in my family are Marines.
So you've learned how to
Oh,
fight
that's
growing
awesome.
up.
No, I don't like to fight.
Good for you. See, a guy like me, I get tangled up. I'm a
That's
fight.
what
I
happens
got
when you
to
tell
fight.
people you're gonna cut them.
That's in prison. Yeah, every now and again I got to fight. That's good. From Jacksonville down there at the military town, and from Jacksonville, like that's where you grew up?
I was born in Jacksonville. I lived there till I was 7. My stepdad got orders to Japan. I lived there for about 3.5 years. My stepdad's from Indiana, so we moved to Indiana after that. I grew up in Indiana, and I've been back in North Carolina since 2009.
Now, did you learn the Japanese language, or you just knew you weren't going to be there that long and said no thank you?
We lived there for 3.5 years. I learned a little bit of it as a child. I spent time with Japanese kids, hanging out, playing and stuff, because we had to live off base.
Right.
For the first couple of years we lived there. And I took Japanese in college, which wasn't as easy
after
as I
the
thought
fact,
it was going to be. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I be doing a lot of nodding and smiling. Even though I know they're probably talking, trash about me.
Yeah.
That's why you got to fight.
They don't like to fight either.
Yeah.
Just defense, man. Just
I don't really
defense.
I don't really like to, but every now and again,
You need to learn from Miyagi, dude.
Wax on, wax off.
It's for defense only.
Right. Well, all right, down there in Jacksonville.
Why do you learn karate?
Where did you?
So you don't have to fight.
Hey, Michael. Hey. Look at you. All right. And playing guitar. Let me guess about the age you started playing guitar. I'm gonna say 14.
That's exactly correct.
Holy
wow.
cow, I guess.
That was good, man. I'm
Holy.
impressed.
Good gracious. I fully believe I am somewhat clairvoyant. I do have more hits than misses in my clairvoyancies.
That's very impressive, though, dude, that you actually nailed that.
I told you. Thank you. And Michael, you know what I want to say? Thank you for acknowledging that. A lot of people wouldn't take the time. Did you, question for you, Michael. Did you hear about the cheese salesman?
Oh, no. No, I did not.
He really knows how to wheel and deal.
That was bad.
That was pretty bad.
More of those coming.
That was really bad.
I got more of those.
Actually, that was the worst joke I've ever heard.
Michael, you went from making me feel real good about my
making you feel real bad?
clairvoyancies to you just put me down.
Be careful, he's gonna cut you.
Age 14. Yes, right. Thank you.
Speaking of cheese, there was a lot of holes in that joke.
But age 14, learning how to play the guitar, and I'm assuming weren't singing probably when you're playing the guitar right away.
According to my mom and my memories, I've been constantly singing since I was like a youngin'.
All right, so my clairvoyancy is 1 and 1 at the moment.
So your guitar playing came after your vocals.
I wasn't a good singer. I just always sang.
You just always sang.
Yeah, I always sang to everything. My mom always had music going. I always learned the songs and would always sing them.
So when you started writing music, was that something that you did first, or was it something that you started doing when you were playing guitar?
I specifically remember in 6th grade, after we had moved back from Japan, that I tried to start a rap group with a couple of my friends, and I started writing lyrics around then.
Oh, that's cool. So that's your first time that you were
a rap
lyric
group.
writing?
Yeah.
Oh, we got a listener wrote in and said, move a little closer to the mic, Jared. So we can hear you. There you go. There you are. Thank you, listener. Noah, by the way, 919-289-9001 on the text. Thank you for the text there. Listen to the show. Were you in a rap group for real?
I was in middle school, man. It was 6th grade. We tried to start something. We never really did anything. I just started writing stuff. My homeboy started writing stuff.
Give me a verse, man. Let me get you and give you a beat.
I don't even remember, but I can tell you this, that I got in trouble at school for writing in the middle of class, and the lyrics got confiscated.
Oh my gosh.
And my parents got called into school that day, and they got the lyrics that I had written.
Do you remember what the lyrics are? They too bad to really talk about?
No, they're not. But I remember riding home and my mom sitting in the passenger seat reading me the lyrics back to me.
You remember any of them? Yeah, you do. I know you do.
Not really, but I remember that there was a line in there about said something. Now you know how to be a player and stand on your stage. Yeah. And my mom was like, "Do you know what a player is?" And I was like, "Yes."
My gosh, that'll
I got in so
life.
much trouble for that. But it didn't stop me from writing.
Did she ask you to explain it?
She did, actually.
Oh no! Tell me exactly what being a player is.
Nothing is worse than confiscated rap lyrics.
Yeah, but they weren't bad at all. They weren't bad at all. They were like party lyrics, because at the time I was listening to mainstream hip hop, and it was all about partying and money back then.
Right.
Yeah,
who was your hip hop influence?
Back then, this will sound really funny because I didn't really know. I really didn't know hip hop at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I spent 3.5 years in Japan, so my exposure to music on the mainstream level was very few and far between.
Yeah.
But I was raised on gospel music and contemporary Christian music.
Oh yeah.
And so my favorite rapper at the time was this artist named Carmen.
Oh yeah.
You don't know who that is, Michael.
I do too.
And so I was like, well, if he can rap, I can rap. And then when I discovered mainstream hip hop, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna write some of this. But but I can confidently say now, that my biggest hip hop influence is definitely DMX.
Nice.
DMX. Mine is Kid Rock.
That's not
He's
hip-hop.
No, he's fused. He's a fusion artist. Fusion of hip hop and rock.
is Kid.
Yeah, it's kind of a fusion, rock and rap. And you a solo artist pretty much, Jared? You got a band?
I play solo pretty regularly, and as far as like original music, I play solo. I do have a band that I play with. We play around town in Wilmington and Southport and stuff. We're called Bacon Grease.
Baking grease?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Or bacon?
awesome.
Bacon or baking?
Bacon.
Like the
food.
Yeah,
Like the-
bacon.
Yeah, bacon.
Bacon Grease.
I just would show up to look at that.
Yeah, and we got a trio and we got a 6-piece that we do. So we do 2 versions of that. I also have a Green Day tribute cover band that I do as well called Welcome to Paradise.
Nice.
There's 3 of us in that, just like Green Day. Then I have a duo with one of my good friends, Jared. His name is Jared as well. And we do a duo called The Jared Show, where he actually raps and DJs, and I sing and play songs, and we just mash up,
That's cool.
our favorite songs from the 90s and 2000s.
Nice.
And he raps original verses, on the breaks of the songs, and I just kind of like, back him up, and we do games and give away prizes and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do us a track, Jared. Get an idea of kind of what you're up to. You want to play a live acoustic for us? What you want to do?
Sure, I can do that.
Yeah. What song you want to do?
Let's see. What songs did I give you, Michael?
Ruby and The Misconception.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so I got to do something different than that. Let's see. Let's do Old Blue House.
Old Blue House. Are you ready for it?
I am.
Folks, are you ready? Yes! Let him play the music and shut up. Right. They told me to be quiet and let you play. All right, Jared Cline, ladies and gentlemen, Planet Z Live's Under the Radar.
I've had some long days filled up with sadness, and we've come a long way through all the madness and the love that we shared when we both were scared, and the heart that you had was so true. In that old blue house where I once knew you, and I'll always love dear how much you love him, how he protects you. He's your slice of heaven. And during those days when you'd go away, oh, we would be best friends too. In that old blue house same, honey, I still miss you. I was afraid I'd give you my name, then I wouldn't know what to do. Bring back the sunshine, those days on the beach. That worn out old frisbee, he'd lay at my feet. I'll always wonder what could have been, and how I just wish that we were still friends in that old blue house where I once knew you. Sunshine and tree leaves, that's how I would wake you. But whiskey and mean things, they make me just hate you. But throughout each night, you'd hold me real tight, and I would hold you too in that old blue house where I once knew you. In that old blue house where I once knew you.
Like a hymn. That's like a hymn.
It's gorgeous.
Isn't that nice, Michael?
Yeah, really.
That's like a hymn, kind of. I like that. It's got soul. That's what we call soul.
I can definitely hear that gospel background, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like
Very much so.
like a hymn. That was really nice.
Awesome.
Jared, what do you think? Did you like it?
Yeah,
Did you like it? Did you like your performance?
Yeah, Jared, how you rate that performance? Did you like it? Come on now.
We'll talk
Come
about
on.
it later.
Come on now. Come on. You gotta root for yourself. You remember when Johnny Moxon was trying to lead the West Canaan Coyotes to another state championship?
What?
And
is this Varsity Blues?
yeah,
Oh,
you need the confidence
good call.
of Johnny Moxon.
I was like, what?
It ain't
He had to
much, but
substitute
it's
in
honest
for
work.
Yeah, he had to substitute in for Lance.
Yeah.
Um,
James Vanderbeek.
That was a great movie. I think it was filmed down there, or something was filmed down there that he was
It's in
in.
Texas, right?
Well, no, I mean, but I think wasn't James Vanderbeek in like something. Oh, I know what you did last summer.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what was filmed at Southport.
Oh, it was?
Did you know that?
That?
I know. Well, Johnny Moxon wasn't in that, or James. He wasn't in that. But
Are you talking about Dawson's Creek?
Well, the heck with all of them. All right.
Dawson's. I think.
Dawson's Creek, yeah.
Yeah, I
was
think
about to
that's
say.
what you're talking about. Is the guy he was in Dawson's Creek?
Yeah, we got Dawson's Creek and One Tree Hill.
Yeah.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. I like that. It has good soul, good vibe to it. And tell me about that, the origin of that song, the songwriting process behind that number.
There wasn't much of a process to it.
Come on now. Johnny Moxon, come on.
There wasn't much of a process, man. I just was, I don't know, man. I was in one of those moods and started playing. And honestly, this is kind of weird, but the reason why that song came about is because I wanted to write a song with a key change.
A key change.
Yeah.
Oh, key change, not key change.
Key change, yes.
Oh. What does that mean for the folks who don't know what that means?
That means I started in one key that was a little bit lower in my register, and I went to a key one step higher, so I sing higher towards the end.
Michael, what do you think about that?
He modulated.
Human modulation. Human modulation.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the song was great, dude. Honestly.
How many songs do you have that are original?
Quite a few.
About, were we talking 30, 40?
Probably in the 40-50 range.
All original.
Yeah.
What
I don't
comes
play
to you
'em
first?
all,
What
but
comes to you first, like the lyrics or the playing, or all merges together at the same time? How's it happen?
It just really depends. I mean, there's not really one set way that it happens. I mean, sometimes I get hit with the lyrics and I'll just write some lyrics down and I'll end up going home, at some point and be like, I need to, put this to music or something like that. Or I'll get a melody and be like, ooh, I like that. I wonder if I can write something with that, or a phrase or something that's repetitive or something. Every once in a while, like I'll play guitar and like end up like coming up with a song structure just based on the guitar.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and then I'll write to that. So it's all different. It's never the same.
Are you at a point where you can actually play an entire show with just your cover? I mean, just your originals?
I've done it several times.
Several times.
Yeah, because you got like 40 or 50. So, well, never. Well, if you're playing, maybe not. Michael, how many songs take up a full show? Probably
depends on how long
right?
the song is.
80 to 100.
Well, I mean, if you do a 4 set with a 15-minute break, you're looking at probably about 40 songs, depending upon the length.
I can do 2 hours straight of originals.
Yeah, that's awesome. So,
when I DJ, I've never thought about like this till about a couple of years ago. When I'm out mobile DJing, I can only usually I'm playing for 3 hours. When it comes down to it, I'm playing no more than 60 songs. When it comes down to it,
you only get 4 hours,
3 hours.
3 hours. Yeah, well,
and that's being liberal with that.
Because you've got them fading in and out.
That might not even be a full. There might not even be that many. When you starting to stop and think about it, it's really not that many songs, but it has to be the right songs.
That's a question I've got for you. When you do DJ work,
do
you do breaks? I mean, normal DJs don't do breaks. They just keep playing straight for 4 hours, right?
You want to know why? I want to know why I steal my stuff.
Oh, well.
Breaks.
I don't think somebody's going to run away with your stuff.
I don't know. I never know.
What speakers are you using?
QSC.
Oh, okay. So you have
K12.
So you're not using the Bose system where it's
I sold that.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Jared, what kind of system do you use when you go out? Speaking of music and speakers and whatnot.
Well, I was traditionally for the last several years I was using my JBL Eon 1 because it's easy to transport.
Is that a like a small sub and a array?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I love that thing, but lately it's been acting funny and kind of doing weird things, and I think maybe a speaker in there is on the fritz.
In the array.
So I don't know what's going on with that. So I've pretty much just stopped using it, and I've moved on to using some of my band gear. So right now I'm running a thump, and that's about it.
A Mackie thump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably does pretty good though.
Yeah, it does all right. I mean, it does the sound for the band. So.
Yeah. You're just using one?
Yeah, when I'm playing solo.
Oh, okay. You're solo. Nice. Let's do a. You want to do a studio track, Mike, or you want to do another live one?
I don't know. Let's ask Jared.
Jared,
let's do a studio track.
Studio track. All right. Let's go with a studio track.
I got two of them. I got one of them's long, called Ruby.
Yeah.
That's about 9 minutes. Is that right? When I loaded, I thought, I wonder, because I was listening. That's a beautiful song. I thought, oh, maybe it's too long. Like maybe it's too. I wasn't looking, but no, I think it's 9 minutes. 9 minutes, and it's beautiful. Is that right? That's nice. Yep. And then you've got This Misconception is another one. Let's play. I say we start out with a track called This Misconception. Tell me about that one.
Yeah. Tell you about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that song is, I believe that's the first one. That is so I moved back to North Carolina from Indiana in 2009, and we moved back to Jacksonville for a little bit. I left Jacksonville in 2011 because I couldn't stand living there.
Yeah.
And I used UNCW as an excuse to get out of there, which worked. But when we moved back in 2009, that was actually the first song I wrote when I got back here.
The very first song you wrote when you got back
To North Carolina, yep.
Called The Misconception.
This Misconception.
This Misconception is the name of the track, ladies and gentlemen. Planet Z Live's Under the Radar. It is Jared Cline now with This Misconception. Back in just a moment with Jared Cline and Under the Radar. Thanks for listening tonight. 919-289-9001 on the text. Appreciate you listening. At Planet Z Live on Facebook, planetzlive.com.
I forget, all the memories I resent. Why can't the people that I hate be the people that I love? And at times it's pretty hard to be alone all by yourself. This misconception has got us all so full. All the memories I forget, all the memories I resent. Why can't the people that I love be the people that I love? And at times it's pretty hard to be alone all by yourself. This misconception has got us all so
Under the radar.
Planet Z Live's Under the Radar. Young DJ Styles. Joined via remote Mike Daniel from Audio Scribe Studios down in Whiteville, North Carolina, with his brand new studio desk. And riding shotgun tonight on Under the Radar. The main guest, Mr. Jared Cline, out of Jacksonville, North Carolina, out of Japan, out of
Back from
Henderson.
Japan.
I don't know. I can't remember where else.
You could just keep calling them all out.
Well, I got some of them right.
Yeah.
Henderson wasn't right.
No, it wasn't.
I like that. Jared, I like
I'm
that.
out of Wilmington.
Out of
He's out of
Wilmington.
Wilmington, man. Yeah.
Out of Henderson, North Carolina. Out of Henderson. This misconception. I like that.
It's a really good song.
Thank you.
That's got. I say your vocals really shine on that.
Was that you playing the lead guitar parts?
No, so for this record, I had some friends of mine on there. So I had John Hussman playing electric guitar on there. I had Ryan Woodall on bass. My drummer, JJ Street, who also plays in Bacon Grease.
JJ Street?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's a cool name.
My keyboard player, who also plays in Bacon Grease, Dante McQuillan. And then my conga player, Rico Santana, he was on there as well.
Ooh.
Santana. I like that.
And then my backup vocals was actually the Striking Copper Trio.
No way. Are you serious?
I know those guys.
I knew they sounded familiar. I was wondering who it was that was singing.
Yeah. Yeah, they did all the backing vocals for that record.
It was all three of them, or just the two girls?
it was all three of them.
We've had them on the show.
Yep. We
Oh,
did.
my.
And when we get to Ruby, Jackie actually does all my backup vocals on there, so she shines on that one.
It's Jackie and Allie, right?
Jackie and Allie, yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Man.
Jackie's husband, Frank, plays drums in my Green Day tribute band.
Nice.
I enjoy that. That's strong. I call that strong.
That was really good. I'm happy to hear that, man, because I was like, I knew I recognized their voices, but I couldn't place who it was that was singing it. That's really good. Cool.
You know, this is off the subject, but still a subject I want to discuss. You ready? Michael, you ready?
Sure.
Corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob?
Yeah, this is the topic.
Okay, that's the topic.
I am now doing this thing where I steam it in the shuck in the microwave versus boil it. Your
comes
thoughts?
right out.
Your thoughts?
It comes right out, don't it?
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
you don't have any of the silt or anything like
no,
that.
you just peel it right back, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, Michael?
Prefer it boiled.
Why?
I don't know. It to me it tastes a lot better.
Really?
Yeah, cooking it in the water and butter with it.
You think it's softer? The kernels get softer.
I think so.
Jared,
I think it does.
how about you?
The microwave takes out all the nutrients, so you don't want to do that.
Does it real? How do you know this?
Isn't that right?
Wait a minute. How do you know this? Hold on. You've got scientific on me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, you know.
Have you done research on this?
It's kind of common knowledge.
Have you done research on this?
I haven't personally, but it's kind of common knowledge. You know, if you don't really care about the nutrients in your food, throw it in the microwave.
Yeah, it nukes everything.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But speaking of corn, I did grow up in central Indiana. So
Ooh, that's corn country.
yeah, and I was actually telling my nephew on the way here that my first job was detasseling corn when I was 13 years old.
Wow.
Michael?
Yeah, so
I bet that took a while.
no, we rode in tractors.
Oh, so it did it? The tractor did it?
No, we rode in tractors and we picked off the tassels in the tractors. The tractors had baskets that went down each row.
What was the way that y'all did it? Like
We would
pulling
stand
them
two
off?
people in a basket, facing each person facing the opposite direction, and then the tractor would drive down the rows of corn. There'd be about 5 baskets on the tractor, 6 baskets I think, on 3 on each side. So there'd be about 12 kids on there, and we would just go down the rows and we would just pull the tassels off the top and throw them on the ground.
So y'all got really fast at it, obviously.
Well,
in order to do that.
Yeah, and what was funny is actually they would hire Mexicans as well who were way faster at it.
Oh, I don't doubt that. Yeah.
No,
but
Michael-
we would do that, and I would we'd start at 6 a.m. and be done at 3.
Oh gosh.
Michael, what do you now think about my clairvoyancy? I mean, how about that? He was telling someone on his way to the show tonight about corn. What are the odds of that?
I don't know, man.
Jared, your thoughts on that, on my clairvoyancy?
I mean, I think we still got to work on it, but
Oh, I've got one wrong. I'm 2 for 1. I'm 2 for 3. I'm sorry, 2 for 3.
You're probably shooting 60%.
No, but how odd is it that I started discussing corn and you said, Jared, didn't you just say it's funny because on my way here I was talking to whoever about corn? Did you not just say that?
yeah, but wouldn't clairvoyancy involve intention?
That was intention. I brought up the subject.
But you would also know that he was going to say something about it.
I didn't know he was going to talk about corn.
Well, that's happenstance.
No, that's say what you will. That's clairvoyancy. Michael, we ought to do a clairvoyance show one night, right? People would write in or call in.
How would that work? I knew you were going to say that.
How did you know that?
He's clairvoyant.
I'm clairvoyant.
Oh my God.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. No. All right, Jared, let's give us another song from the acoustic world there in Michael's studio. What do you want to do?
Is censorship a thing here?
Well, it depends on what we're trying to discuss. Is it about maybe? Hold on. Is it about maybe an exotic lady friend or?
No. Nothing like
This
that.
is like word censorship.
Word censorship.
Yeah.
What does the word start with?
S.
Shite? Yeah. Maybe you could say shite.
It wouldn't work for
It
the
wouldn't
song.
work for the song.
I'm gonna let Michael take the executive decision on that. That is his studio, and let me be clairvoyant with what Michael's gonna say. You ready?
Yeah.
Because you're talking to the 1989 jump rope for heart champion here, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Michael is going to say it's fine.
Oh, I am?
Yep.
Ding.
Michael's gonna say it's fine, so we're gonna go with that.
I'll say there's 2 options.
Yeah.
I would say yes, it's fine. Or I would say no, because that means I have to put an E on the podcast.
Well, how about this?
Because it gets uploaded to Spotify. That would be,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Well, it's got an E on the record, so.
Yeah.
I'll
So,
tell you what.
Either
I'll
way,
leave it up
that's
to
what I'll
Michael.
have to do.
I'll leave it up to Michael. If we do use the word, we can talk about repenting afterwards.
Actually, you know what? Since we were talking about corn, I'll do my my tribute to Indiana. How about that?
Well, all right.
Go
Ladies
for it.
and gentlemen, and the name of the song is what?
Where are you from?
Indiana. That's right, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. Planet Z Live, it's Jared Cline.
Well, I never was an Indiana boy, but I lived there just the same. Growing up in a small town of Kokomo. It's where I got wild and I ran amok. I found my faith, I lost true love. All that seems like it was yesterday. All the people there that loved me most, they knew my heart, they gave me hope. I pray that for me they'd say the same. Now I'm here in a whole new world with a different point of view. I won't forget where these songs come from and where they'll take me to. I've spent my life chasing my own dreams, and I've been asking why. What does all it mean? As I reminisce on the things I've done, I know that in my heart, Indiana's where I'm from. When the weekend came, we'd all pack up. We'd find a place to try our luck, at a party, at a bar, or at a show. And every Sunday afternoon, the whole town would be painted blue, cheering for the boys and Peyton too. But when Monday came, it was time to grind, with our eyes on Christmas time, providing for me hers and ours and mine. No, I won't forget how those winters feel and those gravel country roads. Here's to all the Hoosiers out there that proudly call it home. I've spent my life chasing my own dreams, and I've been asking why. What does all it mean? As I reminisce on the things I've done, I know that in my heart, Indiana's where I'm from. Where you from? 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 I said I spent my life chasing my own dreams, and I've been asking why. What does all it mean? As I reminisce on the things I've done, I know that in my heart, Indiana's where I'm from. I said I spent my life chasing my own dreams, and I've been asking why. What does all it mean? As I reminisce on the things I've done, I know that in my heart, Indiana's where I'm from. Where you from? 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 Said I never was an Indiana boy, but I lived there just the same. Growing up in a small town of Kokomo.
Awesome.
Now we're cooking.
That was good, man.
Now we got something.
That was good.
You sang the corn out of that.
You sang the
It was
corn out of
popping,
that.
man. That's what we call popping. It wasn't no stopping. Jared Cline on the back, girl. You know he ain't stopping. Tip topping. That's the way I do, girl. See, I can go all night.
That was awesome. That was really good.
My goodness. Strong vocal.
Yes, very. He's got
Real
a power,
good.
He's got a power to his vocal. That's
Yeah. Real nice, Jared.
Thanks.
Excellent. You go ahead right now and pat yourself on the back, Michael. Make sure he's doing it.
Did
you do it?
In my hands.
He did it.
All right, make sure. Planet Z Live on Facebook. That's at Planet Z Live. Jared on Under the Radar tonight, and he did a documentary, Jared Michael Cline documentary called Warts and All. Looks like it was recorded and released June 6th of 2021 under the direction of Tori Sillins. Is that right?
Tori Solinsky.
Solinsky, cut off the name. And tell me about it. It looks like to be about an hour.
Yes.
Tell me about that documentary.
It was a documentary we did when I recorded my live album, which is also titled Warts and All. And when I was recording the album, I think we were either coming out of COVID or something like that. And I just had this vision. My friend Trent and his wife Whitney, they run a venue in Wilmington called Live at Ted's.
Oh, yeah, for that place.
And Trent actually is the engineer on my first record, and I do all my recording exclusively through him, his studio, Hourglass Studios. But when I played there at one point in time, I noticed that his setup was set up the same way his recording studio was. And I was like, can you record live? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, dude, I have this idea. And so we had a few meetings about it. Me, Trent, and Tori. We talked about it. And I was like, yeah, I want to do this documentary and I want to record a live record. And like, you know, let's make it happen. So we did a live record and she made a documentary out of it. And now we got what we got, warts and all.
That's really cool.
I'm probably going to watch that maybe tonight or tomorrow.
That's what I told him.
Yeah, I didn't know you had it until I overheard you talking to Michael about an hour ago.
Yeah,
about the documentary. And tell me generally speaking about the making of the documentary, things we will see.
Well, you'll get to see all of the members of the band that recorded on the studio record, except for Dante. He wasn't a part of it. But you'll see all the other members that recorded with that. It's all original music. It was just a really cool experience. Feel kind of like feel ridiculous because I'm like wearing a black button-up shirt and it's unbuttoned halfway down.
I did notice that, and I was going to ask about. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, what? Like when I watch it back, I'm like, what was I doing? Like,
yeah. What are some things you've seen in the documentary that you wish? Well, it was true to life, so it was what it was. You weren't acting. What is something that you saw in yourself that maybe did you change anything or about yourself after seeing yourself like that?
I didn't really change anything, but I am a little like I feel a little cringy about the interview that I did personally on my end because I got a little too frisky with the old cannabis that night.
And that's in the documentary?
Well, you can't see that, but you can tell by my responses that I wasn't responding appropriately.
Whoops.
Lots of ums and likes and and just things like that. Not a lot of clear communication.
Would you do another documentary with another album, or you think that was good enough, or what?
I think if I do another one, it'll be a little further down the road with a little bit more time spent where the documentarian is spending time with me before we do any of the other stuff, so you can get more of an insight of like my actual day-to-day life and
that would be
like
cool.
That.
Yeah, riding to the studio, getting something to eat,
stuff like that.
Chick-fil-A.
So was all the footage done at Ted's?
It was.
All the footage was? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Cool.
I might watch it tonight.
Yeah, there was supposed to be some footage of us rehearsing at my the house I was living in at the time. That was supposed to be in there, but I guess it got cut or whatever, and I never said anything about it. But I was supposed to have that in there to kind of make it look a little more human.
Human.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about Jared's. You go by Jared Michael?
Jared Michael Cline.
Jared Michael. Boy, do you go by Jared Michael mostly, or all the way Jared Michael Cline? You do the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing.
All right. Talking about
it's like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing.
That's right. Talking with Jared Michael Cline documentary. I put the link on our Facebook. That's at Planet Z Live on Facebook. If you'd like to watch that, he's got a YouTube channel. You got other things on your YouTube there?
Just covers and stuff, and then there's a playlist that I did where I collected every video I've ever done throughout the years that's available on YouTube, and I put them all in a chronological order so you can actually see every video that I've had on YouTube since I think 2010.
Nice.
Yeah, he was a youngin', man.
Yeah.
we were looking at that before, and I was like, Dad,
How old were you? How old were you in that?
2010, let me see. God, it had to be like 25 or something like that.
Yeah.
24, 25, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And there's also there's a video in that playlist where you can see where I had a mohawk. Well, it was a faux hawk, actually. It was a faux hawk, but I was really into soccer at the time, and I was trying to do my hair like a famous soccer player, Angel Di Maria, who actually just won the championship with Argentina.
Oh, yeah.
And he retired this year. So,
How about that?
yeah.
All right, tell us where we can find all your music and any shows coming up.
You can find all my music on any of your favorite streaming platforms. It doesn't matter what they are. It's all up there. And then shows, the best way to figure out about my shows, people always ask this, and I try to be clear about it at shows, because they want me to post it on Instagram and Facebook, and that gets tiring, and I don't like doing that. So your best bet is to either go to my website, www.jaredmichaelcline.com, click on the shows tab. You can see my calendar for the entire year, which is mostly up to date at this point. I got to add some things, but for the most part, it's pretty much up to date. And you can follow me on Bands in Town as well, which if you follow me on Bands in Town, every time I post a new gig or a new group of gigs, it will email you and let you know that I'm going to be wherever.
I've never heard of Bands in Town.
It's a great website.
Is it really?
Hold on. I think on Planet Z Live we might have local live music. Let's see the tab. Yep, Bands in Town. You can go to planetzlive.com and then click on what was the tab? Music, news, and stuff, and it's right there linked on our website.
Awesome.
Bandsintown.com. You can find out who's coming.
That's a new one for me. Good job.
It's a great website because you upload all your shows on there, and it'll immediately send it to your website and build a calendar for you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
PlanetZLive.com. It's there. You can find or catch the rerun of this program tonight on Thursday. You can hear it Friday night and Saturday night from 8 to 9. Make sure to tell a friend, and then our podcast will be up on Saturday night around 9:30.
And we will probably end up with two
podcasts.
New podcasts.
Michael was moving his studio desk around, and
everything was unplugged.
Yeah. That's right. So, we'll have 2 podcasts up, and so you can take a listen to those. And Jared, I hope you'll come back and bring friends or come back some other time.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate your time tonight. We're going to close the show out tonight with Ruby from Jared Cline. Tell us about this one.
This song, this is one of my, probably one of my, what do they call it? Probably one of my opuses, I guess you would say.
Your masterpiece.
And I wrote this a long time ago. The album came out in 2019. I think I wrote this in 2017, maybe 2018. But the story behind this song is I remember Chris Stapleton had just became known to me, and I listened to that record, and I remember listening to one of his interviews where he was talking about, how he wrote 3 songs a day for 3 years straight.
Gracious.
Wow.
And I was like, man, that's the kind of writing, the kind of writer I want to be. I want to be that prolific or whatever, which is why he's such a good writer. But as I was listening to, the record, he had a song on there, and I was like, I want to write my version of that song. And so I started fooling around with some stuff, and I came up with this story based on a musician who falls in love with a local bartender, but the bartender never knows that that the musician was in love with her, and the musician's been traveling, playing music and making a living doing that or whatever, and he eventually writes to her and spills his guts or whatever, and then it becomes a story of romance, but it's also a story of tragedy. So
9 minutes clocks in at 8 minutes 45 seconds, and the beginning starts with a writing sound. Is that who's writing at the very opening of this?
That is the musician.
The musician, and actually, who is doing the writing that we hear?
I don't know.
You can't remember? You don't know who's writing?
No, it wasn't
The sound effect?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you put the microphone down and were recording that.
No, I don't got that kind of microphone.
Yeah, you do.
I do not.
You're hanging out in expensive studios.
Well, I mean, I don't think I could get that sound out of me writing with a condenser mic on there because it's a very sharp sound.
Michael could. Michael knows how.
And I don't think I can move my hand that fast with a pen to get that sound.
Dear girlfriend.
I mean, it does remind me though of
I
remember somebody telling me one time that Trent Reznor is such a genius that when he was recording one of his records, he wanted an authentic sound of a cockroach, so he followed a cockroach around with a tiny mic to get the flutter of the wing.
Oh,
That's dedication, man. I do that. I've got a portable recorder. I like to go out and get my own sounds.
There you go.
That's called the art. That's called craftsmanship. It's called
makes
art.
It more realistic.
I'm making art's what I'm making.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, closing the show out with Jared Cline. Thanks so much for being on the show. The track is called Ruby, and you can find about his documentary, his YouTube channel, and more at Planet Z Live on Facebook. All right, Jared, nice to meet you, man.
You too.
All right, talk at you later, Michael.
Yep.
I'll catch you later. Jared Cline. It is Ruby on Planet Z Live's under...
Dear Ruby.
Dear Ruby. Oh, I just got Ruby. Dear Ruby. I got to change that. All right. Dear Ruby. Planet Z Live's Under the Radar.
It's crazy to think of how much my life has changed over the years. I mean, 1 minute, I was helping my daddy take care of the shop after my mama passed. And now I'm in this tiny van with 5 other boys wondering where we gonna stage night. Don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm blessed to live this life, but I miss Daddy and Junior. And if truth be told, I'd like to come back and see you. There's a letter in a mailbox with no return address, so she opens it right there to see what it says, and she smiles real big, 'cause she never knew. Now he's miles from the river and the life that he knows. He's strumming that guitar and singing at them shows. And one thing he knows, he's gonna make it too. Words in that letter make her heart leap for joy. And when he writes them, it drowns out the noise. But when he gets home, there is only one face he wants to see. So he writes, Dear Ruby, oh Ruby, you are dear to me. See, these roads, they get longer, and the shows, they get dull, but I think of your smile, and I am filled up with love. I never told you what I saw in your eyes, how that red curly hair, it calms me inside. Now I have one question, will you give me the truth? 'Cause I want to see you, I hope you do too. Oh, Miss Ruby, can I come home to you? When he steps on that stage, the women go wild, they scream, come home to me, boy, and give me your child. But he thinks of that one, and she makes him smile. Behind the pine, she sells Jack and Jim, and the men at that bar say come home with them. But she thinks of his letters, she only wants him. The words in those letters make her heart leap for joy. And when he writes them, it drowns out the noise. But when he gets home, there is only one face he wants to see. So he writes, Dear Ruby, oh Ruby, you are dear to me. See, these roads, they get longer, and the shows, they get dull, but I think of your smile, and I am filled up with love. I never told you what I saw in your eyes, how that hand calms me inside. Now I have one question, will you give me the truth? 'Cause I want to see you, I hope you do too. Oh, Miss Ruby, can I come home to you? There's a letter in a mailbox with no return address. So she opens it right there to see what it says, and her eyes get real big. She can't believe the news. Now he's miles from the river and the life that he knows, surrounded by guitars and pictures from his shows, while his family and friends say their goodbyes. Words in that letter make her heart fall apart, and just what he wrote, it came straight from his heart. He's not coming home, but he still needs her to see. So he writes, dear Ruby, oh Ruby, you are dear to me. to you.